Welcome back everyone to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today we conclude the regular season of the Westlake Hornets. We'll be taking on the BYU Cougars. We got a rivalry game here as this is the Cougars' senior day, their final regular season game, and it's a very important one for them as they're currently 5-6, and with a win they will clinch a bowl berth. Meanwhile, our Westlake Hornets are 7-4, coming off their second conference loss of the season last week in a heartbreaker I wouldn't really say heartbreaker, but a nice run at the end to the Arizona Wildcats, 45-39. They were definitely the better team throughout, but Westlake made a run once Champ Britton got hurt and Benjamin Gold entered the game, which sealed USC in the Pac-12 Conference Championship, which means Westlake will not make it this year. Welcome to LaVell Edwards Stadium. As this rivalry is known as the Cold War, it's always a hard-fought battle when these two teams play. Why it's named the Cold War is it's always a close game until the very end, and all four games have been usually pretty close, usually pretty defense-oriented, and Westlake has won all of them. They're 4-0 against BYU, trying to make that 5-0 today. This could be the final game for the BYU seniors if they lose. If they win, however, they clinch a bowl and get an upset over the 22-ranked 7-4 Westlake Hornets as Dante Jones sacked for a loss of 6 yards by the talented senior safety Ash Jakar. Third down and 10 after the sack from Jakar as Dante Jones, the redshirt junior, looking to throw it. Jones has a man open, and that's Bill Parker for a gain of 14. Nice conversion right there on third down from the Cougars. It is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Tulotal and Jones in the backfield. Dante Jones scrambling with it. He's going to run with it. Jones gets by Chip Barron. Jones still on his feet, and he gains 26. BYU has it at the 11. They are very close to the end zone. Alex Coker hyping up the crowd, even though it's not his crowd, as Franklin gets the handoff, and that's who else but Ash Jakar stuffing him up like Thanksgiving turkey. 10 for 19, 194 yards, no touchdowns. It was a pretty quiet week last week for Champ Britton. He wasn't quite on his A game, but remember, he did get injured in the third quarter. As on third down, Britton to the Heisman favorite, running back Alex Ellis, who gains 20 yards, bringing it to the middle of the midfield. Does that even make sense, the middle of the midfield? Huh. It is 2nd down and 9 from the 27 as the Hornets offense looking pretty good so far. Champ Britton scrambling to his left. Britton running with it. Champ Britton has running room. Britton, there he goes down the field. He will gain 26, and the Hornets are a yard or two short. The Hornets are going to try to punch it in. Minute and a half left to go in the quarter. Toss for Alex Ellis, the potential Heisman winner with his NCAA leading 25th rushing touchdown on the season, and the Hornets will take the lead. 3rd down and 7 for BYU. Just under a minute to go here in the quarter. Ash Jakar pumping up the road crowd as Dante Jones looking to throw it. He's going to look short for Ula Tulotal, who somehow gets away from the Hornets defenders and is eventually pushed out of bounds by Wesley McNamara. What a play by the redshirt senior running back Ula Tulotal as it's 1st down for BYU. Dante Jones looking to throw it up the middle, has an open man. That's Douglas, who gets laid out by Jakar. BYU's offense is looking very impressive so far today. 30 seconds left to go. Coker pumping up the crowd as Jones, he's under a little bit of pressure. He has an open man. That's once again Ryan Douglas, and BYU brings it into the red zone. BYU running back Ula Tulotal is a little bit banged up. We don't know the injury, but it didn't look too serious. It's on 2nd down and 1. Tight end in motion. Let's see if BYU can punch it in and take the lead as Dante Jones scrambling with it, and he's pushed in the end zone by Thurman for a Cougar touchdown. Dante Jones taking it in with his legs. They're showing the ball and none of the players, and BYU takes the lead. Both of these offenses are looking good, as we're probably going to have a long, hard-fought battle until the very end. Hence the name of the rivalry, of course, being the Cold War, as Champ Britton with a very nice run. 2 carries, 43 yards, as Britton has been very effective with his legs so far today. BYU running back Ula Tulotal has a minor concussion, and his day will be over. That is a huge loss for the BYU offense. Handoff for Ellis, and Alex Ellis is lit up like a Christmas tree, losing a couple yards. It's Sheldon Wilson with the play. 4th down and 3, and Westlake has decided to keep the offense on the field they're not in punting territory, but they're also not in Matt Fellows territory either. As Ellis bounces off a blocker, he loses a yard, and BYU will get the football back. BYU is located in Provo, Utah, home of four-star quarterback Peyton Curtis, who has committed to Westlake and is expected to be the successor to current quarterback Champ Britton. As Jones, scrambling with it, Jones has a first down and it is in the red zone. Westlake would love a stop here on 3rd and goal to keep it a one-possession game. As Jones under pressure, he's going to be sacked by one of the reserve defensive tackles, Ernest McCoy, the first sack of his career. Take another look as the redshirt sophomore makes the play. A little bit over 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. BYU up by 6. Both teams have all 3 timeouts as Champ Britton doesn't see the defender. That'll be a sack from Dan Carter. 4th down and 2 at the 38. No Kevin McKinney, who's the punter, and the offense will stay on the field. So, in their own territory, they're going to go for it. Interesting play call. Britton running with it, and he somehow gets it. There were 3 BYU defenders near him, but none of them could bring him down, and he gets the first. Champ Britton running it has been a much bigger factor than Alex Ellis running it or Britton throwing it, which is certainly a surprise, as Britton is solid with his legs, but his legs aren't game-changing, as Michael Wilson, the slot receiver, makes the catch, and he gains 31 yards. This is play number 9 on the drive, 2nd down and 5. Champ Britton running with it. It's going to be a toss for Ellis, who loses a yard. Now it's 3rd and 7. Westlake is going to go for it again. It clearly looks like that they're obsessed with going for it on 4th down all day, as they're just a couple inches away. Alex Ellis gets the handoff and takes it home for his 2nd touchdown of the day. He only has like 10 rushing yards, I believe, but he has scored twice, and the Hornets will likely take the lead right as the half ends. Westlake has insanely good starting field position here in the half at the 29-yard line due to a very nice kick return from Sebastian Jackson. As Britton on 1st down, looking deep on the wheel route for Alex Ellis, who makes a really tough catch, as the defender had some good coverage, but he didn't realize the ball was right there, and Ellis is able to make the 4th down and goal at the 3, and the Hornets are going to go for it again. They have not gone for a field goal or punted it today, as Britton, short pass, curls get the girls. It's Dustin Schwend, the senior, who makes the catch. The Hornets are 3 for 4, I believe, on 4th downs today. They rarely go for it this often, but it's paid off. BYU's offense had a 3 and out, and Westlake's offense has been very slow on this drive, but slow and steady does win the race, as they're 3 for 3 so far in the red zone with 3 touchdowns. Let's see if they can add a 4th. Britton to Ayaluko, who is a couple yards short. This is the 13th play of the drive. Westlake can just smell the end zone. Ellis, Britton, and Jackson all in the backfield as Britton looking to throw it. He has an open man. That's for true freshman Everett Lemieux, who gets the score. It is definitely not looking good right now for the Cougars, who need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game up and not allow the Hornets to score any points, which is definitely a tall task, as Brock Rivero, who's been playing the best football of his young career the past couple weeks, makes the play right there as the sophomore with a nice tackle for loss. BYU needs to convert here on 3rd and 6 as they are 2 for 6. 33% on 3rd downs today. Jones under pressure over to Douglas, who is a yard short. Westlake is up by 15 points and they have the football pretty close to midfield. They are looking good right now. BYU is going to need a miracle. I wouldn't say a miracle, but they're going to need a lot. They want to win this game, and that certainly won't help them as Ayaluko brings it into the red zone. This is Westlake's 5th time in the red zone, 4 for 4, 4 touchdowns. Couldn't ask for anything less if your head coach Mason Conway, as that's Dustin Schwend with his 2nd score of the day. And this game is starting to look like a rout. At halftime, this looked like a really close and exciting game. Now entering the 4th, and we got a blowout on our hands as the Hornets are up by 22. 1st down for Dante Jones and the Cougars, as Jones, taking his sweet old time, hands it off for Chad Franklin, who loses 3 yards. It'll be QJ Casimir and Brock Rivero, each there with the tackle. 2nd down and 13 for BYU, as Dante Jones, under pressure, almost sacked by Rivero. Jones somehow still on his feet, and he's going to get hit hard by Emmanuel Charles. Now it's 3rd down and 16. BYU needs a first down if they want any realistic chance of winning this game. Jones looking to throw it. Jones under pressure. He's going to be intercepted by the sophomore from Plymouth, Rhode Island. That's Wesley McNamara. I am shocked that none of these fans have left their seats yet, as we have a blowout on our hands, 35-13. Britton, he loses 3, no fumble. It looks like he attempted to toss it to Ellis, but he was down by contact before he did it. That's Chaz Ayu with the tackle. BYU had that whole play covered up as it's 3rd down and 6. Britton and Ellis in the backfield. Champ Britton's going to throw it. Britton, under a ton of pressure, he will be sacked, losing 10 by Kyrus Tunga. Westlake punted it for the first time today, and Kevin McKinney almost pinned them inside the 5. But luckily for BYU, they don't have to worry about a potential safety, as the tight end Jake McKinnon breaks through about 4 tackles. What a play right there from Jake McKinnon, a custom recruit. Has 4.5 minutes left to go. Jones and Chad Franklin in the backfield as Jones. He's going to scramble like usual, and he is clobbered by Wesley McNamara. Wesley McNamara, who caught the interception on the last drive, absolutely annihilated Dante Jones. Very solid performance today from McNamara as Jones under pressure, scrambling. He breaks the tackle from Jakar, and he fumbles it, and it's going to be picked up by Isaac Solomon. That's Westlake football as Jones had a good run, but it looks like one of the defensive backs forced it out of his hands. Couldn't really tell who. And looking at the replay, it looks like that was Jeremy Harrington. Or no, that was Agobo Anecho who forced it. And it looks like a clean fumble. Jones' knee did not hit the ground before the ball was out. That was the true freshman Agobo Anecho Jr. with the fumble force. Isaac Solomon, the redshirt freshman, recovering it. As Britton scrambling. He has a wide open receiver. That's the speedy freshman Everett Lemieux, who will bring it to around the 41-yard line. I assume Westlake wants to give the ball to Alex Ellis as much as possible, as Ellis is very close to getting the Heisman Trophy, but he's in a tight battle with TJ Wisham, a senior from Army. As nice 15-yard run from Ellis, one of his longer runs of the afternoon. 4 seconds left. Westlake is trying to score a touchdown because they want to give Alex Ellis one more score. Ellis is very close to getting the Heisman. I can't think of any specific Heisman moment from him. Maybe the game against USC where he absolutely dominated, even though his team lost, as Ellis gets the touchdown, his 3rd of the game. That is how this game ends. The Hornets will finish out their 5th regular season with a record of 8-4, 7-2 in conference. I can't imagine Westlake makes the conference championship. I think USC is already clinched, but still a very good season from the Hornets. They still have their bowl game, but a very good season. Obviously, adjusting into a Power 5 conference is never easy, and the Hornets did a very good job.